Yeah, I was talking about like if if anyone can remember their first day, their best day they've ever had.
Mm.
My best day was when I went to Malta, and I think I was only about 21, so I was quite, and I was free.
Yeah.
Didn't have a girlfriend at that time, and I I was with my brother and his two friends and that, and having a great time. But we decided to go to the Blue Lagoon and take a ferry over there, so we all got a ticket and all that. £3 each it cost, and anyway, we decided, because we were sort of like walking, just going to get the ferry and all that, and there's this guy trying to sell tickets on a speedboat, and this had two engines on it, really big ones, beautiful boat, and only 30 people could fit in it. And we got in there, and he gave us a bottle of wine each as well.
No, nice.
You
Yeah.
know, and it was £3 a
Yeah.
ticket, and when we got it, because I didn't expect the wine to come with it,
Yeah. Yeah.
And anyway, it sort of like started drinking it,
Yeah.
and then the boat started off, and I was sat right in the front of the boat, yeah, and it started going up and down, this boat, and the faster it went, it was going right up and down like this, and I had this wine in my hand, whatever, trying to drink it like this, and I was going like this, and the wine was going all over me, do you know what I mean? And my glasses come off, I can remember this day,
Yeah.
my glasses come off and went in blooming water,
Yeah.
so I lost
You
them,
lost your
my
glasses.
sunglasses, do you know what I mean?
Shit. Yeah.
Alright, and everyone was kind of laughing at me, because I thought I'd sit in the front,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it'd be the best view.
No.
But
No.
there I was.
You want to sit behind the driver, really, behind the driver of the boat. If there's space there to sit, that's where you want to sit, really.
But this guy was sort of a Maltese. He is quite funny, and he stopped the boat in the middle of nowhere, and he said, "Get out, out!" We didn't really know him. Do you know what I mean? From memory, I thought he was, and I couldn't swim.
Yeah.
But this was, and then he took us back to his nightclub that day. But I just remember it was like paradise.
Yeah.
The Blue Lagoon. When you put your hand in the water, your hand actually turns blue.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. Do you know what I mean? It's so clear. The golden sand, the white sand there, and everything, and just everything just was like paradise. It just made me feel it was just the happiest moment of my life. And everyone can remember their worst moments too, can't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just. I wonder why sort of sometimes, you have a really good time, and sometimes I think it's all down to you. It is down to choice really, and frame of mind in a funny way,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, when I did lose my wife, I did lose total happiness for a number of years, it was very difficult for me, but slowly in time I've got my happiness back, and I'm just happier than ever, funny enough. I'm happy I'm not married anymore. Happy that I'm, alive. And just happy that I've had my childhood or whatever, and I've had 3 children, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've got 2 legs, so not everyone's got 2 legs, Some people have only got 1 or none.
Yeah.
And I think people should appreciate life.
Yeah.
That's what I
Definitely. Yeah. I think that's what it's all about, Just understanding that life is, like we said in the previous episode, not to say too much about it, but it's like,
We're not here for long, are we?
life is the greatest blessing. So once you have that, be happy, be thankful you've got life, and just, once you've got life, anything is possible, So, yeah. Live in the moment,
Yeah, well, that's another important thing, just to enjoy the moment.
Right.
And that is every moment if you can.
You can.
But like I say, it's impossible. Like if you get toothache, you can't really smile, can you? And enjoy the day, can you? When you've got a real bad toothache or something.
Yeah.
Or something else, that happens. Like I don't know. You might wake up with a bad back.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
That's why I appreciate at the moment that I've got nothing. I'm not down with the flu. I've not got broken a bone or whatever, and I'm not in pain at the moment, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel grateful for that, that I think this is a quote, one thing a wise person avoids is pain. It's the only one thing he avoids, really. And war.
Yeah.
War and pain, apparently. That's the two things wise people don't like. War and
Avoid.
pain. Or
Right.
dying.
Well, everyone's gonna die.
I'm not. I'll live forever.
Forever and
I'm
ever.
gonna live forever. Ever and ever.
Yeah, but yeah, everything, you know, everything has an expiration date. You know, no one knows when their time is, you know, when their time is coming. But yeah.
Yeah, but your time might come and you might think, oh, I'm still awake. I'm still alive.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was saying to you earlier on, like, you know, like we have our birthdays every year, and when you die, I said to you, didn't I, like, do your birthdays still carry on after you die, you know, like,
Yeah.
I've been dead for 1 year now,
Yeah.
well, I've been dead for 3 years now, so let's celebrate.
Yeah.
Do birthdays carry on? Do they carry on after death?
Yeah, it's true.
I've been dead for 1,000 years now, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. Who knows? Who knows? But the reality is that as long as you're alive, make the most of it. Stay happy, you know. Try your best to be positive, and just face the world head on, you know. You know. Don't be scared to grow, and don't be scared to try new things and to have new experiences, and you know, just to live life. You know, like you said, you know, the reality is that we're not here for long. You know, so just try your best to enjoy it sensibly, of course. You know, just because when we say enjoy it, sometimes people have a misconception that you have to like go out every single day and get drunk and do loads of drugs and all that type of shit. Like, you know, it's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is just try to enjoy every day and make the most of it. No matter, even if you got to, you know, most people have to work, you know, during the week, or, you know, some people, you know, it's just like, even when you're working, you're still got to make the most of it, you know, try to enjoy it, try to make the most of it, and, you know, try to have as much fun as possible, of course. You know, you still got to be, you know, you still got to be professional and responsible and, you know, do your job, but just, you know, try to enjoy it, you know, because we've all got responsibilities, you know, so it's about just embracing it and just accepting it for what it is, and trying your best to use it to progress, you know. So.
I mean, I think another, you know, it's being happy with your imagination, which is important too. Which I say you can be happy in prison. It's possible, you know, it's possible to be happy in prison.
Some people are happy in prison.
Well, as long as you've got a good imagination, I think, you know.
Right.
I think you can enjoy any place in a funny way, you know. I think. Yeah, and having a laugh in life is important, you know.
Yeah.
You know, not taking it too seriously. I think too many people take it too seriously, life. I think, you know.
Yeah.
We're not here for too long.
No.
You know, there's many other people that have lived before us, if you see what I mean. And I expect they were trying to be happy as well in life, you know, when they were living their life, you know, happy as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, like years back, you can imagine it wasn't so comfortable, was it? They didn't have double glazing or anything, did they? You know,
Yeah.
like we were talking about before, electricity and things. You know, we do live a lot more comfortable in this modern world, I think.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Technology has enabled us to.
Yeah, not just like for instance, you know, like for instance the cleaning stuff like bleaches and things like that you can clean your house with, and mould cleaner or whatever, you know, all those kind of things. They've also got more complicated involved, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
I mean, when I was little, there was only a few things.
Yeah.
You know, I think there was bleach and washing up liquid, but there weren't too many other things, you know. But now that's kind of grown.
Yeah.
You know,
everything's.
You know, like I say, people invent things, you know, and as the world, you know, as each day goes by, there's more inventions being invented in a funny way, you know, and they kind of like, as soon as a good invention comes along, like the mobile phone, for instance, it's goes worldwide, doesn't it? I mean, it spreads everywhere.
Mm.
You know, and I think it's the same with every idea that comes along. You know, when they originally discovered the wheel, you know, it travelled around the world eventually, didn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To everywhere. Everyone's got wheels today, haven't they? You know, skateboards or, you know, we live in the wheelie world today.
We do, yeah.
People don't like walking anymore.
No, because
they don't like their legs.
You even got electric scooters today. A lot of people are using the old electric scooters today.
Yeah,
Even people that used to walk now are on the electric scooters because they don't have to actually have to do anything now apart from, you know, it's all electric. They just have to press a button and it, you know, have to just control. Obviously, you've got to control the speed and where you're going, but you know, you don't have to walk anymore. You know. Yeah.
So I appreciate my legs.
Yeah.
You know, I do. I appreciate my hands. I appreciate that I'm actually a human being. Right. You know, and you know, like if I was an ant, for instance, or a bumblebee, for instance.
Yeah.
Would I be so happy in life? Would I? I don't think I would. You know? I wouldn't have YouTube. You know, all the because we have got so much entertainment.
Oh, of course we do. Yeah.
You know, every game, even chess, that was invented. I don't know how long ago. Right, it's a brilliant game.
Brilliant game.
Okay.
Strategy.
Yeah, it's more sort of a spiritual game, if you ask me.
Yeah.
You know, but that was invented probably could have been 2,000 years ago, something chess.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Do you know what I mean? And then you had cards. I don't know what the first game for cards ever was. Alright, but I don't know, you know, the history of cards, but that was probably invented 800 years ago, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, and then they bring Monopoly in. And they bring all these other games, you know, and then they bring like computer games in.
Yeah.
You know, so we've got a new world of computer games now.
Yeah.
You know, and every day games are getting invented in the computer world.
Well, I was going to say it's endless today because there's so much shit today that people can, you know.
Yeah.
It's endless.
Yeah. I think there's quite a lot of people, especially younger generation, making games up.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
you know, I think my son was doing it a bit. Do you know what I mean? And so there's so many people that can do it today. You know, that kind of thing.
Software design and engineering and.
I don't think I could make a game up. Do you know what I mean? That's a bit technical for me.
Well, I think I could probably write. I wouldn't know how to do all the like digital side of it. If you see what I mean, I would have no clue where to begin in that regard. But I think I could actually write a game, a storyline for a game kind of thing. I think I could probably definitely write a storyline for a game. But I don't know, like all the technical side of it. I'd obviously have to have someone else who kind of knows about all that kind of thing to do it, you know. and the money, because it costs money to do all that type of shit too. So you know.
I used to buy a little magazine. You know, I'm talking about when I was 16 with the Commodore 64 computer, and I had that computer, and I used to buy this magazine, and I had this sort of these pages where you copy these things down and make these little games, but I had to copy it, you see.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So I did a little bit of it, you know, but I mean I could have got into it further if I wanted to, but you know, like other people can do it, you know, because they put their minds to it, you know. Like my son, he can kind of do it a little bit, you know, and he's probably better at it today than he was, you know, a few years back, you know. But, you know, like I say, happiness. Sex makes people happy, doesn't it? There's a lot of things that make people happy, doesn't it? Like some people like sunbathing all day, do you know what I mean? Or going on holiday. You know? Some
people like sports.
And they're all invented, every game that you can think of, tennis, all of them, every one of them. You know, and like I said, I think we're living in a world of inventions, you know, and it's up to you.
It's
where you got to
choose what you subscribe to.
Exactly. You know, but personally I keep away from all those games now, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I used to play Monopoly, things, you know, with my children when they were younger and things, you know. But now I don't want to waste a minute on it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. You know, and I find you've got to be careful that you don't waste your time.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
true.
and I enjoy the moment, every moment, without playing any games.
Yeah.
Or watching any sports. You know, I've learned how to enjoy the moment. I believe that, you know, if you put me in prison, I could be quite happy.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, because I'm happy and content with myself. You see.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I wouldn't like to be put in prison right now.
Of course. Yeah.
It would piss me off.
Immensely. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'd rather be happily in my home.
Doing what you
But
want to
if
do.
I actually, you know, I was all suddenly taken away for some reason, put in prison, I would make myself accept it, and I would just smile and go to sleep.
It'll take time.
There's no point in.
It'll take time to accept.
No point in getting angry, is there really? Because you know there's nothing. You know you're gonna have to live with that anger.
It's what it is.
You live with your own anger, and do you know what I mean? Yeah. You know, and I've learned that really. You know, your anger belongs to you. You know, and anger kind of hurts, doesn't it? You know, when you get angry, it kind of, you know, you're not happy. You know, and the reason why people get angry because somebody's taken their happiness for one, or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Or they're not happy about what they've seen, or something. You know, or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, but if you're angry, if you're worried, if you're that or whatever, you can't be happy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And so I mean, sadness in this world, in nature. Sadness just exists, and so does happiness. They both exist.
Both exist, yeah.
Nature is pretty
dualistic.
Well, it's pretty wicked, really, when you think about it. Sometimes, you know, sad. You know, it can be. You know, nature. It can be cruel.
Yeah.
Sometimes nature can be. You know.
Mm.
You know, and or sad things happen in life. Like, you know, we all got parents. Or, you know, that most of us love our parents anyway, most of us do you know what I mean? You know, I love my parents anyway, yeah. And they, as you know, we all got parents and we were all growing up and most of us got to watch them die in a funny way, do you know what I mean? You know? And then you got to watch yourself die. And then you know that you're leaving your children here and that it's not going to be long before they die too in a funny way, do you know what I mean? It's quite a sad world when you think about it, that we're all just here temporarily.
Yeah.
We're not here for long.
No.
You know, and it's good that, you know, like I've had 3 children, you've had 2 children, and you've given them an opportunity to be happy.
Yeah, to enjoy
those
life.
children, you know, that life, I think, as I said, the purpose of life is being happy.
It's being happy, yeah.
You know, and some people got to, you know, like so, I've not always been happy. And some people got a job to find happiness, and I think I found it because through losing my family, whatever, you know, through my divorce.
Yeah.
And because the happiness has come back to me, it's better than ever.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm enjoying life to the full now. You know, and all those unhappy days are kind of behind me.
In the past, yeah.
In the past, you know, but I'm not saying that in the future I'm not going to have sad days and things, you know, because I will. You know, I've got a brother, I've got family, you know, still, and you know, life is, like I say, you've got to accept that you know, death is there for everyone.
Definitely.
And I don't. It's not worth sort of worrying about death, I don't think either, or anything like that, because that will stop you from being happy. You know, I'd look forward to death. That's what I do. I look forward to it.
Right.
You know, I think it must be a better place than this place. It's true, isn't it? Because this is wicked.
Well, I think that's what a lot of people. That's why some people even.
This is terrible work. You know, like
sometimes people do take their own lives because that's what they think, don't they? They think God, like, you know.
Some people say it's cruel to have a child in this world, and I can understand them saying that.
I understand them saying that, definitely.
You know, because it costs a lot of money, You know, it's a wicked world we're living in. Full
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why it's turned out like this, but it's evolved into a wicked world, especially with this human, you know, with human trying to get rich, everyone, you know, world, you know, out of poverty,
Yeah.
you know, because it's hard down, but if you ain't got no money, it's a real struggle for everyone, you know, and it's not nice, it's not nice down there, is it, you know, when you have, you know, but once you sort of get yourself financially free and all that, you can be happy, you know, and it's, I think, like, if I was a really rich man, alright, and I was living on a big hill, on a big mansion, and everyone else was poor, I wouldn't be happy. I personally wouldn't be happy, see. You know, I want everyone else to be happy in the world. That's what I want. I want everyone else to be happy as I am, you know. I would say I'm pretty happy in life, you know, but I could be happier if the government were happier people. All nicer people and kinder people.
Well, everything the government does has a knock-on effect on the people.
Yeah.
You know.
If they were more giving, you know, and they made more houses and things for people, and you know, and they're more.
Yeah, the system that the
I'd be happier.
Societal structure of today just doesn't work. You know.
Like it is possible for me to be happier than I am right now.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but I think, you know, like you said, like we need to. It's just like everything's backwards. Like we really just need to sort out our society and you know, realise that, you know, there's so many people out there who are struggling and etc. They need to, you know, they need to get a grip somehow on this cost of living crisis, you know, because it's going to get to a point where it's almost, I don't know, it's quite strange. It's almost like they're forcing a lot of people out of work, if you see what I mean, because there are a lot of people out there who have literally given up their jobs because they kind of almost see it as pointless, because they feel like they're working for nothing. So they've literally just gone on the dole and stuff like that, gone on the, you know, gone on the benefit system, you know, because they just see it as, you know, pointless. They're not getting anywhere, you know, they're only earning a certain amount of money every month, and you know, everything goes back into the house anyway, and you know, etc. So you know, so they just see it as pointless. So that, you know, it's almost like it's almost like, I don't know, it's almost like they want people to like to give up their jobs and be like completely reliant on the system, you know, and that's quite scary, because if that is the case, then it's just like, if it gets to a point where a lot of people do that and give up their jobs and they rely on the system, what happens if the system then crashes? And then you know, and they then say, oh well, you know, by the way, we can't support you, you know, the people, you know, a lot of you people anymore, you know, because of whatever reason, you know, it's, you know, so.
Yeah, well, you know, so I don't really watch the news anymore because it doesn't make me.
No.
Don't make, you know, I just.
Yeah, it's very little.
Well, it doesn't make me happy.
Yeah.
You know, and they repeat themselves as well, I find, you know what I mean?
Yeah, go around in the same cycle. They get hooked on a particular topic or subject, and it just goes around in the same loop, doesn't it, for like a month, 2 months, 3 months, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So I think, I must admit, I think I gave up the news about 4 or 5 years ago, you know, and I'm enjoying life a lot more. You know, you really don't need to watch it. People tell you anyway, you know, you find out things anyway.
You find out things anyway, naturally,
you know.
yeah.
All I need to know is there's a deadly virus out there, and I've got to keep safe away from it.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
That's what I think, anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really want to know about anything else out there, do you know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you think about every bird out there and every animal, they don't watch the news.
Mm.
Only we do.
Yeah. Yeah, they have no need. Our society, yeah. Don't get me wrong, having a new system is important, you know? not to I don't want to divert too much off of happiness, but having a immune system is important,
Well,
right?
it is about happiness, really,
You know,
because that's one thing that drowns people's happiness, I think.
can do, yeah.
Just put the news on day after day.
Bad news.
I say,
usually.
we talked about it before.
The bad news.
Positive news, happy news, What's
Yeah.
happened to that,
Mm.
And that's why I think, like, most people, I mean, when I walk around, there's not many happy people about.
Yeah.
I don't know about what you think.
Yeah, I think generally speaking, most people are happy. Well, I wouldn't even say happy. I think most people are
Pretending to be happy?
No, I think they're accepting. They know it's not perfect, and they understand it's not perfect, and a lot of people are struggling, but they just keep going. Just do their best and just keep as we would say in the UK, just keep plodding on. Keep going. Just no matter what happens, just say, you know what, I've tried my best, I'm doing my best, you can't do any more than that, you can only try your best, and, and if the shit hits the fan, then you figure it out, you find a way to figure it out, so, yeah. We've all got the potential, we've all got the potential to overcome these things in life, and it's easier for some people than others, of course, because some of us deal with trauma and deal with other things better than others, if you see what I mean. It's something that might not affect me very much, might affect the next person a great deal and a huge amount, There's something that might seem something that might be quite trivial to me, or something that might be like something I've already had I've already had to deal with in the past, or whatever the case may be, and I might just kind of like brush it off, like, oh, it is what it is, I'll figure it out, kind of thing. For someone else, that might be catastrophic to them, kind of thing, just kind of destroys their reality, and they find it hard to cope and hard to overcome, so yeah, we're all different, and it's all, we've all got different thresholds and into how much we can kind of take as human beings, so yeah. Just trying to keep your head above the water, though, like you were saying earlier. Trying to keep your head above the water. Try not to, try to avoid the quicksand, because, we all go through shit in life, and sometimes it takes time to bounce back and to regain your confidence again, or your happiness, or whatever the case may be. But as I promise you, as long as you stay strong and keep your head up and stay focused, most things in life you can overcome. Not everything is permanent, so, yeah,
I think I started learning to cook when I was about 9 or 10.
Cook, yeah?
Yeah. Cook for myself.
Oh.
And all these little things, right, that you do learn in life,
Yeah.
they help you to be happy.
Yeah, for sure.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I can cook today.
Yeah, you can make yourself a nice meal.
Well, like I was only cooking like beans on toast when I was 10. Maybe egg on toast a little bit, But now I've learned a lot more about cooking, and also I've learned a lot about other things in life as well.
Yeah.
Lots of different things, really, since 50, 40 years on or whatever, I've learned a heck of a lot, And, I know that the future, I want to learn a lot more. My cooking might get a bit better. I might learn a little bit more about that, and I might learn a little bit more about whatever, And I think life's beautiful, because you only get wiser, really, in life, and wiser about life itself as well.
Yeah.
I haven't got really like much of the future really left, to be honest with you, when I think about it, when I was born, I had a lot of future ahead of me, but now it's shorter.
Yeah.
Every day that goes by, I know that I'm getting nearer to my last day, basically, whatever day that is.
Right.
And you've got to enjoy it. Like I say, it's not worrying about death itself, I don't think,
You can't worry about something you can't control, can you?
Well, you've got to worry about it to a little bit, like you're not gonna, like...
You've got to take care of yourself.
Well, when you